Okay, I'm only wearing a Kawhi jersey because I don't have a Team USA one because he's not on Team USA. So bear with me for a sec. But having just finished that USA game, the debate is over. There's a better team than the Dream Team. I've just watched every single game from Team USA thus far, and they have put together so many performances individually and collectively that if there were to be a 1v1 matchup against the Dream Team, this Supreme Team that I only said that because it rhymes with Dream, but the Supreme Team would beat the Dream Team. And that's me not even acknowledging the fact that the competition level now is way better unequivocally than it was 30 years ago. It's not even close. We can't even debate about that. They're playing harder competition now. They went undefeated. They won a gold. That gives them a lot more points in this debate. And then Stephen Curry, bro. That guy, all of Twitter right now is like, man, this is what it got to feel like to be a Warriors fan constantly. I completely get why they're so annoying. And I'm like, yeah. Not that I'm a Warriors fan. I actually kind of hated the Warriors growing up. But the Warriors, man, like this Steph showed out. He averaged, I was going to do a video about this whole debate and blah, 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 blah. And I'll show you bits and pieces now because I don't even want to post the whole video because it's not even a debate. I can just talk about it right here, right after the game. It's settled. In my video a couple days ago talking about it after Curry hit 9 threes, had 36 points, he was shooting 25% from three in the qualifying games and in the knockout rounds up until that game. And then he hit 8 threes today. So what a freaking performance from Stephen Curry, dude. And I'll talk about it in that video, but that's a guy who the three-point line moved in for the greatest shooter of all time, uncontested. And he wasn't making a ton. And then he comes out back-to-back games, 9 threes, 8 threes the next game to close it out. What a clutch performance. This is like really driving me to see if I need to make a video about like Steph versus Magic all the time because I still have Magic number 1. But Steph, dude, oh my gosh, what a freaking performance. But if there had to be a matchup, this new Supreme Team, I think they clear it. It's because both of their depth and their star power. Now, don't get me wrong. The Dream Team 100% had depth. They were crazy. They're a very good stacked team. But people started comparing big threes like MJ, Magic, and Bird. And then Steph, Bron, KD. Steph's 35, KD's 35, 36, and Bron is turning 40 later this year. And Larry Bird was 36 at the time and retired 10 days after he got the gold medal. So he was not at peak Larry Bird shape. Now, if you want to go resumes, you want to do all that stuff, we can go do all that stuff. But in terms of like one-on-one matchup, that's not a big three. Name-wise is big three. It was probably MJ, Magic, and Barkley. And Barkley was very good. He was their leading scorer the whole time. But that does not match up to what LeBron had did, what Steph did, and then what Kevin Durant did as the third guy out of that trio. And then not even talking about the rest of their team. Devin Booker is shooting around 70% true shooting the whole time, averaging like 12 points. He came in and just balled out. I mean, just look at this tweet from Kyle Kuzma. USA basketball player better get some NBA stars know how to play a role, blah, blah, blah. Like, what can you do when you have to be in the corner for a sec? And D-Book said, I'll do it. And this guy said, tweeting this and pulling the Olympics, averaging 12, 3, and 3 on like 75% true shooting is wild. And D-Book definitely had a skill down role. He was killing it. He came in with hitting threes, playing very, very good defense down the stretch, which is another biggest Devin Booker fan. I at least respect Devin Booker because he came in, hit threes, hit corners, he was making plays, playing good defense. So it's like, you have that guy on your team, and then off the bench, like you have Drew Holiday who you can just sub in. The customizability for this Supreme Team, as I'm referencing them to be, is out of this world. But let me just give you guys a sneak peek as to like what I was writing for this video coming out before Team USA just absolutely stomped across everybody in this tournament. So the rosters, you can look at the Supreme Team guards: Steph, Drew, D-Book, and Halliburton White. Now, let me just say, really quick, if Kawhi was on this team, it would be Raps 100%. Like 1,000,000%. This is just like 100% Raps, right? Dream Team guards: MJ, Mullen, Drexler, Magic, Stockton. That's a very good lineup. But we saw how much Drew and D-Book and Ant came in. Ant, when he came in, he was like a source of offense unto himself. And that was behind Steph and D-Book. And he came in and produced. Look at the wings. We got KD, Tatum, and LeBron. And then Barkley, Pippen, Bird. Barkley and Pippen were cool. Bird was like, he was there, but he wasn't prime Bird. We got KD, who's still performing at high level. Tatum, honestly wasn't very impressive. I'm going to say it right now. And then we got LeBron, who had a triple-double and was the leading scorer, leading assister, leading rebounder, leading field goal percent. Like, he was doing everything all the time. Then the bigs, Bam, AD, and Embiid, pretty impressive. They played very well. But then he got Malone, Ewing, Robinson, and Leitner. Like, I guess Leitner was there. Forget about that. But Embiid played pretty trash up until the Serbia game. But Bam and AD off the bench, they came in and just locked it up. I mean, the defense there and the flexibility for both those guys, they can guard 1 through 5 very comfortably. I don't know if you could say that about Malone, Ewing, and Robinson. Not to mention they can stretch the three ball, both of them. So they're a threat from outside. I think just in terms of roster, this new team wins it, and in terms of like 100% head-to-head matchup, this new team wins it again. Then just for fun, I want to look at accolades. So Dream Team, at the time in 92, they had 12 rings, 9 MVPs, and 8 Finals MVPs. Pretty close for the Supreme Team with 14 rings, 8 MVPs, and 7 Finals MVPs. It's like neck and neck right there. So it's very interesting to see. I didn't want to like talk about this because I saw that Jimmy Highwell made a video on it, and he went really in depth with this and had the same idea that I had. And I was like, darn it, I'm just late. So that sucks. I just think in terms of offense alone, this new Supreme Team clears the Dream Team. In terms of output, there's so many guys. And they didn't even use Halliburton, who can come in and he can rebound, he can shoot, he can make plays for other guys, have his own little tempo around him. They could do so many different sets with guys like Halliburton who didn't even play. And then imagine if Tatum actually stepped it up and was hitting shots. Like, it's just over. And this could have gone on forever and ever and ever, but Steph Curry actually sealed this debate entirely. What he did the last 2 games was unprecedented, unexpected, and he was shooting 25%, like I said, from 3 up until the last 2 games. Then he hits 9 threes and then 8 threes to close it out. Like, nobody wanted it more than Stephen Curry. You can tell me what you want about MJ. You can tell me what you want about Magic and those guys, but they had a lot of heart. And that's something that they criticize nowadays with these new players. They don't play defense. They don't try hard. Ant literally locked a guy up and put him on his butt like at half court and clamped him, causing a shot clock violation. Like, he's like 23. He's like my age. It was crazy. Now, a funny argument can be made now, and I think will be made eventually, even though it's kind of dumb, but it's still an argument, I guess, that the Dream Team's competition was so bad that they weren't trying that hard. And so that's like, oh, well, MJ never had to hit 8 threes in a game to win it. Like, okay, who cares? Like, duh. But the fact that they came out and did it is a completely different scenario. And the fact that it took place and happened is wild. Obviously, we can put this into 2K and then see it and run all these simulations and stuff. But for me, the eye test watching this, I didn't watch the Dream Team because I was not alive yet, but I've tried to watch as much footage as I can. Didn't seem like they were trying that hard. That's my take, because they were really freaking good, and the world back then was not that talented. Now, they're super talented. They stacked the lineup. They got LeBron, KD, all the All-Stars, MVPs, champions, and they still took the gold. 5th consecutive. So just seeing that is super impressive. And I think this is the new standard for what a good team should look like. I am sad the Olympics is over, but I just want to talk about that because I had a whole video set up and I wanted to make it, but I was like, I just want to get this out now. I'll talk about it, bits and pieces here. But Stephen Curry, man, I didn't have a jersey. If I had a Steph Curry jersey, I would wear it, but I don't. Maybe I need one. I definitely want an Ant jersey. I want someone's Team USA jersey to remember how freaking awesome this Olympics was. Anyways, y'all, appreciate it. We out.